Hello dear viewer, I'm leesusss and welcome to Dwarf Fortress, a game that you might not have been aware that I've been playing because I've been doing it on the Discord server rather than recording videos. It's been a very long time since I played in Dwarf Fortress, so I thought it might be a bit different to do it in like episodic sections where I would write about what's been going on and then upload screenshots to the Discord instead of doing it on a video like this. And that would make things a bit smoother, a bit easier. I'd have to keep stopping and trying to remind myself where all the what all the key presses are and the different button codes to get things to happen, because Dwarf Fortress is a complicated game and it's still coming back to me how to do all the different bits and pieces that are going on. But I thought I'll give you an update to show you what's going on, and it might also make it easier for anyone who is watching on the Discord to actually understand what the hell is going on, because Dwarf Fortress is complicated. So this is the outside of the fortress right now. Remember, you're looking at a top-down view. So what you can see here is a little wall around here. We've got a dwarf walking inside. He's probably supposed to be coming outside. I don't know. Little wall around here, little drawbridge, and we've got plans for a new wall coming out here. We've got a trade depot here with all the merchants are still here from my last update on the server. We've done some trading. We couldn't trade them very much. We traded them what we could though, and they're going to sit here a bit longer until they bugger off before long. It's heading towards winter time. It's autumn, but it's a cold area, and you can see the water's frozen outside, and there's snow coming down. It's getting pretty unpleasant outside. Who is this, by the way, up here? Who's doing stuff? That might actually be a dwarf building a wall. It's Crusty Frog. What are you doing? What have you got? What have you got? You're carrying something. Not sure. She's possibly carrying something in from the depot with things like that. So let's have a little look outside before we do anything with the tour inside. But essentially the map we've got, if we zoom all the way out, the map we've got here, as you look in layers with Dwarf Fortress, what we have here is a region around here. This sort of area around here is all one level, what you can see here. And up here we've got a big plateau above us. It's black because you're seeing inside the mountain. This is another layer that's one up. So if I go up a level, there you go. This is the other part of the plateau. So this is the high part of the ground in the northwest of the map. And there's more trees up here. And at some point I think I'm going to get up here and take this over. But not yet. Not just yet. Can I go up there? Yeah, there's a big area, see? It's a whole huge big plateau. I've got quite a big map. Big old plateau up here. And this is the original layer we were on. Let's drop down again. There we go. This is our front of our fortress here. And as you go down, we're right on the coast. As the land drops off, this part here, where it's different colours, this is one level lower, and this is more than one level lower. You can see some of these bits here, the tops of the trees. There's very big trees around here. Are you going to drop down, game? Are you going to do it for me? Have I upset you? Come on, down you go. There we go. Okay. So over here we've gone down one layer, and we've got a slightly. Let's zoom in a little bit. This is a bit too far out for me. The game can be a bit slow in places. It's despite the simplest of the graphics, it can be quite an intensive thing for your PC, even one that is moderately good as mine. There we go. Right, and if we aim for this hole over here, we can drop down here. We actually see we've got another level layer down of more trees and things, and then what we've actually got here. This is a beach. There's driftwood and things around here, so we can have a look at the individual objects on here. They're hard to tell what they are. That's a boulder, and I think you'll find these little marks here. Driftwood covered in a dusting of snow, and in fact, this way is where the sea is. But unfortunately, the map doesn't go any further than this, so we can't drop off the end to see the sea on that side. But if we head to the east a little bit, this is the frozen sea. This is salt water over here. Snow covered ice, but it's actually salt water. At some point, possibly, we could send some dwarves down here, when it's not frozen, to do some fishing down here. But it's a bit of a dangerous place. I don't think we should be doing that too soon. But there you go. Anyway, back to the start, back to where we started. Go up one more. There we go, back to where we are. We're busy building defences. I've only got the two dwarves, unfortunately, building this wall over here, but they're doing what they can to build a wall around here. And hopefully what we'll have is another drawbridge. I don't know if I know this drawbridge is even connected up yet. But I've got to connect this up to seal things off. And these are the doors that go into our These are just wood piles around here and roots and things. I've already cut off the ramps around here. These little triangles are ramps that lead up to the higher slope. I've cut them off around here. So hopefully when this wall is done, the creatures won't be able to run down from above. Any enemies invading from the north or northwest won't be able to run down and get near the front of our fortress. And we start closing these things off, it makes things a lot safer. And then we can do fancy things like, you know, ramparts to put the walls with crossbows on, etc, etc. That kind of thing. But very early days. We're still at the end of the first year. We've only been here since the start of the year. We're doing the best we can. A little tour of the place, though. If I go this little way a bit. So this is the original front doors. 1 second. Let me get my cursor over there. These are the original front doors, over here, going into the thing. And this is a ramp going down into the mountain. More ramps going down. Not much of a mountain home so far. These are the sort of first rooms that I carved out of here. So we have rooms holding barrels of booze and food and things. Dwarven rum barrels and ale barrows. And what else is in here? This is a general one, I think, in here. There's doors. There's bins full of gems that we've dug out. A few beds and things that we've made. And over this side, barrels, cloth bins. I think I bought some cloth from the merchants recently. I'm not feeling very well. I've got COVID, unfortunately. I've caught a mild dose of COVID. So I'm recovering from that and I'm doing this sort of thing while I'm here. So that's why I'm a bit bunged up and something a bit crappy. Anyway, so we have, a variety of different stored things over here. Over here we have a couple of fields. This is a field here. And a field over here. This is probably Angel over here, I'd imagine. There she is. She's doing the farming. She hasn't got a lot of help so far. But she's doing the farming. And over here is this little... Most workshops are like 3x3 blocks of different tiles. This is the brewing area, and she's brewing the booze. Because dwarves have to have booze. Otherwise they don't drink water unless they're very sick. So they have to have booze. So this is where she's using a still to turn the various crops into useful things, as well as food, obviously, for them to eat if they have to. Over here we've got a room full of geese. That's right, and these ones are nest boxes. This is the gander, eyeing up his ladies, and this lot should be laying eggs. Unfortunately, I made a mistake earlier, and I forgot to lock the doors down. So every time the goose laid an egg, the little dwarves ran in there and grabbed it and put it in the food pile. I want some eggs to hatch out in here, so we get more geese. Have a bit of a continuity of food supply. And these are stairs going down into the depths. And we've got some very basic rooms that I've started to carve out. This is a dining room with tables here. And that is the two kids. Christian Tex and Moist Biscuits. How's Christian Tex on his own? Is he not 1 year old? I thought he was. He's been left on his own. Usually they get carried around by. I think Moist Biscuits is like 10, and I thought he was 1 year old. But there we go. Mum's left him. Mum's left him lying around. It's fine, he can't do anything useful anyway. There's some more rooms I'm starting to carve out for bedrooms down here. This is the main workshop area. So these areas here are stockpiles around here. And I imagine that there. Here's some more workshops. It's hard to see with the textures on the floor, but later on it'll be more obvious when we've got more time to do fancy things like marking out where workshops and things are. But this is probably Raven. Yeah, there she is. She's busy crafting things forever, basically. She's just turning items into rocks into interesting items to sell them off to the merchants. Now we have some bedrooms down here. Should we zoom in a bit more? Who have we got? Someone's awake there. I can see someone awake. There we go. That is Hidden Prime. He's doing. He's putting lugging stones upstairs to help build the wall. We've got two. These are beds in here. These are beds, individual rooms for people. That's Lubber. There's Fodder. They both are miners, so they're having a rest, having a break for a bit. What else is going on down here? Exploratory mining. So we've got our first ores coming out. Copper here. Tetrahedrite is I think it's copper and silver is what that ore is. What are you doing? That's probably... Oh, it's Hikari. Okay. What are you doing, Hikari? You're lugging a rock. What are you like? You're a carpenter. No, you do mechanics as well, don't you? That's what she's up to. Exploratory mining. We've got some more... So there's 2 biomes in the area. I try to choose areas that have got multiple biomes in them if I can, because you get different stones and different metals in each area. So around about here you can see the stones. You've got schist, shush walls with tetrahedrite over here. As we go down here, we get a transition. We've got more microcline and more siltstone, and then down here we've got marble. So we've obviously hit a biome layer level here. I've been digging all the way over here to see what else we can find. I'm hoping for more metals. Copper's all right, but I'd like some better metals. They have to go deeper before long. So I've got. This is why the miners need a break. I've been having to digging things into the far distance of the world. You know what we could do actually though? Marble is a high value material. Yeah, more exploratory things down here. I've started to build furnaces and things down here as well. Okay, we'll come back to that. Start smelting those ores. What we could do actually, just thought of something. So part of the game gets out of control fairly quickly when you get more and more numbers of dwarves and more things you need to do. So there's a couple of ways. What I wanted to cover in this video was, apart from a little tour, was ways that you make things easier for yourself. And one of those is stockpiles. So different stockpiles here. These are finished goods like mugs and things and stuff that Raven would have made in the crafting. Bars and blocks. Okay. So we've got some masons workshops here will be turning out boulders into blocks, and hopefully they should be put over here, and these are bins that you can keep those in, because otherwise each square is having like, it's got one stack of logs, but by using things like bars and bin boxes you can carry a lot more things on each space. Over here I have a stockpile of stone. And the idea is that Raven doesn't... Stones are very heavy in the game. Okay, it used to be that dwarves would carry them around like everything else, but now they're very slow and heavy to carry. So what we can do is instead... So Raven doesn't spend the entire time running over the fortress to grab the things and make new items. We put a stockpile next to it that's more convenient. I've done it slightly wrong though. You can see there's tetrahedrite in here, which are these things here. That shouldn't be there. She shouldn't be making crafts out of valuable ores. So we can change the settings. So in here, there shouldn't be any tetrahedrite there. It's got other stone. Yeah. Why are you guys using... It might have been laying there when we dug something out, but it shouldn't be there. What I was thinking we could do is we could make this stockpile. We can pick individual ones. We could put marble in there. And that way some of the crafts that she makes, they're stone crafts, they're with fairly basic value. She's starting to get pretty good. We could make sure we've got marble in there as well, and then she's making marble crafts, and they're going to be a lot higher value, and they'll sell for even more. They'll sell based on the quality of what she's making, and then sell based upon the quality of the value of the material that she's doing. So we'll do that for now. Okay, we can do that. The other way is how you set up tasks. So for right now, how you make things is we need more mugs is what we need. I know that because I just recently sold all the mugs that we had to the trade dwarves outside, and that means that our lot are now going to be worrying. They're going to be stressing. Should we unpause them for a bit? Let them run around for a bit. Let the little guys run around. There we go. Here comes someone. There we go. Raven's just dashed off. Someone's coming in and putting things on piles. Yeah, things are going on. Stuff's happening. People are doing things. There you go. Can't let it run too long because who knows what's going to happen. There she goes. Look, she's not even gone down here. This is Raven, and she's now coming in with a stone. Okay? You daft madam. You could have picked it up from down here. Oh, there we go. Merchants have left. Oops. Merchants have just left. They've finally buggered off. Yeah, so she's going really slowly because she's got a stone from somewhere else. She obviously figured that was closer, and she's now carrying it over here to make something amazing out of it. Maybe a toy stone trumpet, or a figurine of a random dwarf, something like that. That's the sort of thing she'd be making. So what we can do instead is we can do things. We can go down here and we can say, I'd like some mugs because we've sold them all off. Because the dwarves are going to start complaining. Oh, I've had to drink my booze, out of the barrel, which they were fine with before, but now they don't like it. It upsets them. They want some stone mugs to use. So we don't want any crying and twisting of beards. So let's make them some rock. Make them some mugs. So up here, you can see it's a typical one for the Dwarf Workshop. This is where things get very complicated because there are so many things you can make in different ways in Dwarf Fortress. But we're going to pick G for rock. Rock craft, which is what she's doing right now. We can go in there. We can say, Make me a rock mug. There you go. Now a rock mug is set up in there. Okay, but then I have to, if I want one rock mug, I want like 10 at least, because I have many dwarves. So then I have to go in again, and I have to go a rock mug. 1 second. I'm using keys up here. That one, and I have to do another rock mug, and it's very slow and painful to do. Now I could do what's happened up here, which is where I've said make rough crafts forever. Repeat the task forever, never stop, which is what Raven's doing right now, because I need a lot of them for the next time the merchants come through. Elves in the springtime. But I can't just do that for rock mugs and make infinite rock mugs. I'll forget about it, and before you know, we'll be knee deep in mugs. So how do we make this more efficient? Well, that's okay. We can do that. Let's just cancel these ones off. There we go. Let's go and see one of our newest additions, which is where is he? Junior Jackrabbit. There he is. He's got a variety of tasks. Junior. He's also one of the oldest dwarves we have, at like 150. He's getting ready to drop dead, possibly. I don't know. He's a very old dwarf. I don't go much beyond like 170. So keep your fingers crossed. But he's a very smart fella. So we're hoping he's going to keep on going for a bit longer. What we're going to do is hold on. Why is Janitor a farmer? Hey Jay, I thought you were doing a. I don't know. I don't know what he's up to. I also don't know why he's not working. Go and do some work, you lazy bugger. JR, he's our manager, so we've made him like a mini noble, the early noble. And that means that he's, if we press nobles, we can see Expedition Leader still Raven. He's our manager, he's our broker, and he's our bookkeeper. And this means that the bookkeeper means he basically counts everything in the entire fort. So we don't think we've got like 50 food. We know we've got 49 lots of food and exactly what we've got. So he sits there writing in a book all day, adding everything up. He's our broker, so he deals with traders. And he's our manager. Okay, so if we go to... he's got a little office, a little crappy office next to his bedroom. And he's our manager. So what we can do is, in here, we can set up work orders. So for example, we can have a new work order. And we can say, we can write it in. Let's make a rock mug. There you go. How many do we want? We'd like we'll make 10 for now. That'll do. There you go. Make rock mug. And then what will happen is this will then get assigned into the appropriate workshops. Presumably you've built them, you know. The Craft Dwarf Workshop. And they'll go and, at some point, Raven will get the order to go and make those. Yeah? This is how you do things. This is how you do everything that you need to do. So I've got a whole bunch of other things. I've got some more wooden bins in here. I've got parts for musical instruments. Oh, don't even ask about that. That's a new thing for me. I'm working that out. What else do we need, though? We probably need some more things. Let's do another order. I know what we need. I was saying about all that tetrahedrite lying around. We need that turned into copper and silver bars. So we need to smelt it. But before we smelt it, we need charcoal. So, make charcoal. And we'll do 20. Okay? So that means that I've got a guy. I've got Omega TC. So basically, Omega was brought in as one of the original dwarves to chop down trees. But the trees are so huge around here that he didn't take much work at the start before we had just a ridiculous amount of wood. So right now, he's basically the dwarf I go to for any job that I don't want to do. I don't know who to get it to do. Okay, he gets assigned all the crappy jobs of every sort going. So he's off to make some charcoal a bit before long, I'd imagine. Then. Once we've done that, we can then do new order, and we can do smelt. Where's tetrahedrite? And we'll do 20 of those as well, and we'll see what comes out. Now, this is of course, nowhere near actually making any armour or anything like that, but they're going to merchants, by the way. They're packing up now. This nonsense here is them packing up. That's probably that's one of our. That might be Hidden Prime. Who knows what that is over there? Who is over there? Building a wall. Where are you going? Someone's heading off. That might be the merchants. No, people are collecting things from outside. People are collecting logs from outside. Yeah, we're a way off making any armour or weapons right now, but we're thinking that way. Oh, there go the wagons. Bye, guys. See you next year. This time playing the liaison with you. Why wasn't the liaison here last time? What's going on with that? Anyway, what we've got left here is a bunch of random stuff in in the... I think they've picked everything up from here. We don't want to leave anything lying outside in the depot. There's some logs lying here. Because it'll... Ash? Ash Samurais? Who's Ash Samurai? Is that a person? Or is that a thing? I don't know. No idea what that is. There we go. So this is what's happening right now with the fortress. There's lots more stuff to be done. But we're slowly working away. Actually, another we can do. I know what else we can do to make things a little easier. Hold on a second. Right, let's pause here. No, pause. New stockpile. So right now, these guys... it's hidden... Who else is it? Aki. Hidden Aki are basically lugging huge boulders up here to build this wall around here. There you go. They've started to make the wall. You can extend around here. To make this a little faster, they're going all the way down to find whatever siltstone is nearby. And I picked siltstone, but it's quite a common stone, but not really thought about how far away it was, which is pretty stupid on my part. But there we go. What we can do though, we can make a new stockpile. So, a stockpile of... No. This is what I mean about faffing around with keys again. It's bad enough that my brain is slow. But then I've got to do this as a regular video would be too painful for you to watch. We can make a little stockpile here of stone. Okay. And then we can set the settings out here. Change the settings. So it only contains stone. Doesn't... Oh. No. We don't want any metal ores. What we want is other stone. We only want siltstone. Okay. So they're only going to put. They're going to pick the spare dwarves will put rocks down here that, but only siltstone ones that can be then used for this siltstone wall. However, isn't that still going to be slow to carry? Well, it could be, except that what we can do is we can give them wheelbarrows. So there should be a wheelbarrow here already. We can maybe make some more. And what the dwarves do when they've got wheelbarrows are used to carry stones around, and they're much faster than trying to carry a stone yourself. So in fact, we can add up here. We've now got 2 wheelbarrows assigned to this, and that should make the hauling a little faster. But just to make sure, let's go to this again, and we can make. We don't want iron or gold wheelbarrows. You can make wheelbarrows out of almost anything. It looks like. We want a wooden wheelbarrow. A flickering... What the heck is flickering metal? I don't know. Haven't the faintest idea. There we go. And that will get assigned to the craft, to the carpenter's workshop at some point. And when Hikari's finished, she can go and build them for us. What are you carrying? Oh, it's a wheelbarrow. There you go. There's one wheelbarrow there. There you go. Someone has brought it up. Must be a spare one in the stockpile. So hopefully now... Dwarves will now grab those and then do that. Things are happening. Stuff's going on. You know, we're just at... Construct Wooden Bin 5 has been completed. Very good. So that's what I mean. See, things are going on. Oh! Some migrants. How exciting. More flesh for the fort. Here they come. Someone's carrying a goose up there. 1 second. Oh, press the wrong button. Hold on, what was that? One of you's carrying a goose. I saw it. I saw a G. What have you got a goose with you? I don't know, who knows? Here they come. They come barreling in. How many we got? Not many. Not a huge number. They're probably a bunch of kids and things like that again. Useless lumps. I'm going to look at these. So basically I have to analyse all these guys. How many... Oh, let's have a look over here now. Oh god. The giant wrens and the emus are still here. These guys have been hanging around for a while. Not causing any trouble yet, but there you go. Have we gained a new goose? I'm sure I saw a G there. A stray gander. Hey, that's the new one, I think. We've now got 2 boys, two goose boys. Good stuff. We've gained some new ones. We've gained a siege engineer, supposedly. That's just their statement of what they think they're good at. I don't think they'd be doing any siege engineering right now. We've got Monum Nilarib, planter, Meng Bercherist, a milker. That's apparently what they're good at. Litast they're going to get called this. They're going to get their names changed. A herbalist, which means gathering plants. I think you'll be helping Angel in the fields. We've got a fish cleaner. Oh, for God's sake. Some of the most useless jobs going. You guys are in the military if you're not careful. You're going to get, once I've actually made some weapons and armour, you're out the front line, punching goblins. We've got a metal crafter. Yes. So metal crafter is, unfortunately, not an armourer, but they might have skills in that as well. They simply make things out of metal. So goblets, ornamentals, anything made out of metal that's not a weapon or an armour. That's what metal crafter does. An animal caretaker. Don't really need one of those. There's there's Omega TC making charcoal. I'm so sorry, fella. And everyone else is busy with doing things. And Hikari's making rock mechanisms. They're going to be used for traps. That's going to be great. So there we go. We've got a bunch of new people coming in here. So this is what's happening right now. And the kids down here are playing. Look, play make believe, and they're playing. I hope you get a chance to grow up, kids. These are actually named after two of my real life kids, their own usernames. So that was a really bad idea. I think I'm going to be quite upset when the goblins turn up and steal them away, or something else horrifying happens. They get eaten by something, That's probably a bad idea. But there you go. I'll even throw my own kids in there. Not me, though, funnily enough. I don't get to go to the Dwarf Fortress. I'd rather stay out here where it's nice and safe, and I've only got COVID. But if you want to be part of this, and have something horrible happen to you, as a migrant into the fortress, come along to the Discord server. I might do a few more videos like this, but I think a lot of them I'll do. It's quicker if I just play and then put up updates on the Discord. Come and join the Discord. Come and see film night. Come and chat rubbish with the rest of the mad people that are on there. And the link is in the description for the video. Take care of yourself. Thanks for watching. And I shall see you again next time. First of all, I've got 8 idlers. You lazy gits. I know you just arrived. You're all getting jobs, though. Take care of yourselves. I shall see you again next time.